Awesome. Well, I want to welcome everybody to our team call. I see a couple of new faces on this call, so I'm just going to go ahead and introduce myself really quick. My name is Rosa Santos. I am a Star Diamond coach with Beachbody. I've been a coach for almost 2 years. Next month is actually my 2-year coach anniversary. Woo! So I'm super excited for that. And yeah, so we're gonna just go ahead and get into this call. When I posted about the questions or what you guys wanted me to touch on, I saw that a lot of you were getting objections. Now, I took the liberty to look at some of the pages of the people that were having trouble, so I can kind of like help them strategically and be more helpful, so I can know like what was going on. Anyways, so what I saw with a couple, not everyone, with a couple of the pages was that you guys are not following the social media guide. So therefore, there's no consistency in your post. Therefore, people are not investing. But I'm going to give you a couple of tips of what I do on a daily basis and how I've been able to build this business. And I'm sure that you guys have heard the stuff that I'm going to go over, but it's always good to have like a refresher and a plan of action, so that way you guys can go forward with this plan. So, okay, let me just talk a little bit about my background for those new coaches that don't know. Okay, so I am a mom of 2 kids. I have a husband. I've been married. It's going to be 10 years in November. Prior to becoming a coach, I was broke, fat, and depressed. To be 100% honest, I was very, very depressed. My husband will come home crying. I mean, my husband will come home and find me crying all the time. Hey, coach. And it was horrible. Like, it was horrible because I had gestational diabetes. I was just having like the worst time. So I tried Nutrisystem, Herbalife. I tried all these different things, but really nothing stuck because I didn't have the support. I didn't know how to eat. I would go to the gym, and then all of this, I would come home and eat like a big bowl of white rice because honestly, I didn't know. I didn't know what I was doing. I was just kind of like guessing. So because of that, I failed 5 billion times. And so until, I saw this P90X commercial and I fell in love because I saw that you get a coach, you get the meal plan, you get somebody that knows what they're doing, Tony Horan, training you and all of this stuff. So I lost my first 20 pounds with that. And then I did 2 rounds of Insanity and I lost 88 pounds. Now that is how I started with this whole thing with the coaching. One day my coach found me somehow. I don't know how he found me. He tells me from the Insanity page. I still don't know how he did that, but it was awesome that he did because I needed a miracle in my life. After having my son, I stopped working, obviously, and we went from 2 incomes being broke to now 1 income being extra broke, behind on our mortgage, behind on our bills. I had to tell my daughter that we couldn't celebrate Christmas that year because that's how broke we were. So I needed a miracle. Who is it? Oh no, Liam, you got to get out with that. Sorry, my 2-year-old just busted in here. So I needed a miracle. I didn't know what else to do. And when my coach approached me about this opportunity, I was scared, number one. Number two, I was like, man, how am I going to do this? I don't have any outreach. I don't really have a lot of friends on Facebook. But you guys got to get out. Yeah. Okay. So I didn't have a lot of friends on Facebook. I think I'm going to move to somewhere else because my son is not going to let me go to school. Hold on. Sorry. I have to improvise with my 2-year-old. Okay. So, okay. Watch it in your room. Sorry guys. This is the beauty of coaching, that you could be a mother and work at the same time. Anyways, so with that, my coach helped me a lot. He really was that guiding light. He trained me, mentored me. He did everything he had to do. And really, I had to just believe that I could do That is what I want to share with you guys today. I'm getting feedback. Hold on a second. And my son is screaming to the top of his lungs in case you guys cannot hear it. Hold on one second. Okay, sorry guys. Okay, so number one, for everybody that's on this call, you have to believe that you can do this business. That is the number one thing. You're gonna have hang-ups. People are not gonna believe. You're gonna have opposition. Like, freedom is not really free. You're gonna have to work hard. But I am a living testament that if you do work hard, you follow the trainings, you follow everything that we're gonna teach you and apply it, that you will have the same success that I've had. You know, and fast forward 2 years later, you know, I'm on the verge of breaking 4-star diamond, and not a lot of people make it to this rank because they quit or they let the circumstances get in them. I am no longer living paycheck to paycheck. I'm no longer, I don't have any financial problems. And if I wanted to pick up and go somewhere right now, I have the ability to do so. And I don't tell you guys to wow you or show off or anything. It's just that you guys have the same opportunity that I did 2 years ago. The only difference between me and you is that I've been doing this longer. That is it. If you apply everything that I'm going to teach you, Liam, you are being a hindrance right now. Okay. So, no. Go with Sissy. Go with Sissy. Go. Goodbye. Okay. Where was I? So, there's nothing. Stop laughing at me, Carolina. This is mothering, okay? I mean, I don't know. Anyway, so if you guys follow the training and apply what you learn, you will have the same success. I get no's on a daily basis. I get people that I chat with, and at the end, they don't follow through. That happens to everyone. The thing that I want to make sure that you guys know is that if you keep pushing, you keep staying consistent, keep adding value, sooner or later, those people will come. And I can tell you that the money is in the follow-up. I've had people that have watched me for a year, 18 months, and they're like, okay, I'm ready to do this now. Why? Because they saw that I was serious about what I do, that I actually help people. And I'm going to give you guys a couple of tips so you guys can know what I do on a daily basis and how I've been able to, you know, grow my business because of it. Okay, so let's see here. Does anybody have any questions so far? No? Okay, awesome. Okay, so the first thing, and I thought, yes.
Sorry, I actually have a question. Have you ever done, I think it was like the Hootsuite where it schedules all of your postings, because I'm not able to post during the day.
Okay, yes, I actually do use Hootsuite, and it says to post 10 times a day. I really don't find that 10 times a day is good. So I would just pick 3 to 5. I mean, as long as you're adding value and posting things that people care about and they want to see and they're like happy to go to your page to find it, I mean, you really don't need to give them 10 things in one day. So like me, I post, and I'm going to share my page with you guys so you guys could see that everything that I'm teaching you is what I do. What was I going to say? Okay, so the first thing as a new coach, so when I was preparing this, I was like, okay, as a new coach, what were the things that I did in order to reach this level of success in the first, you know, almost 2 years? So the first thing I did, I led by example, okay? I put myself out there, and guys, I know that it's not easy. I'm not saying that you're going to be floating and, going through a field of daisies and dandelions. I understand. It's hard. It's overwhelming. It's scary for you new coaches. I totally understand you 100%. There will be days where you feel scared or whatever, but you know what? Do it anyway. The more that you do something, the less fear you will have with doing it. And so I led by example by putting myself out there and really just showing people what I was doing. Liam, oh boy, you are really testing me today. Okay, so I led by example. I added value and encouraged people that they can do more and be more. Because really, guys, most of you are moms in this group. You know that once we have kids, it's like we put ourselves in the back burner. All we're thinking about is feeding the kids, doing everything, husband, house, work, this, that. So I wanted to be that mom that showed other moms that it was possible for them to be fit, that it was possible for them to be an entrepreneur, that it was possible for them to work out with their kids all around. And you guys see that Liam is in almost every video of mine, hanging off my neck or doing whatever he's doing. And I love that because it's real life. They're seeing real life. I'm not pretending that, oh my gosh, I get these amazing workouts. No, at times I have to stop 500 times because my son is like climbing on the walls or doing dangerous things, but I wanted them to see that even with that, I removed the excuse that I have kids by me sharing my journey. Hold on. Give me 1 second because I need to get my son out of here. Okay, sorry. Okay, see, this is real life right here, which is what I'm talking about. Okay, so I added value and I encourage other moms to take action that they can get fit. And I want to tell you guys this too. Fitness happens at any size. We have coaches. If you go to Summit, there's coaches that are big, small, short, skinny, bigger, muscular, every size, because fitness happens at every size. Your weight today doesn't dictate how successful you will be in this business. Because let me tell you, I have friends that are bigger than me and they are fit. They're extremely fit. They're super healthy and people follow them. Why? Because they can connect with that. Because they're seeing their friend who's still on their weight loss journey and they're like, man, if this person can do it, why can't I? So don't be afraid of whatever weight you're at. Don't be like, oh, well, I don't look like this or I don't look like that. No, inspire people where you are, because it really, you can do something like inspiring that person who's not at their weight loss goal and maybe embarrassed to work out. Be that guiding light. Another thing, and this is point number 3, plug into trainings and team calls. I am so happy that I see all these people on our call today. And this tells me that you guys are willing and are working your business. Because you know what? When I first started, I had to plug into my coach. I would drive this dude crazy. Let me tell you, he's on the call. He'll tell you. I would be texting him, calling him at work, texting him at work, like, oh, well, how do you do this? Because I was so hungry to do this that I would drive him crazy. And we have to have that same hunger. We have to plug into the team. That's why we're there for. Nobody in this call right now is a lone ranger. Like, really, we are a team. The rank that I have today is because of my team. All of us are a 2-star diamond right now. That's our team rank, not just me. So, I encourage you, plug into, if you have a question, you're struggling, copy and paste the conversation you're having with whoever it is and let us give you some input. Let us give you some ideas. That way you don't get stuck and then you're like, oh man, I don't know what else to say. You know what I'm saying? So, okay. And then plug into the trainings. We have the level 2 training going on. That training is there for all of us to learn and apply. Everything you learn, you have to apply in order for you to get the fruit of that training. Invite every other day into your groups. Like, for example, the clean eating challenge that we have, the group, our team clean eating challenge starts June 1st. So every other day, you need to be inviting to that group, because those people will turn into, you know, challengers or potential coaches. We never know. But if we don't invite, if we're not diligent with our inviting, guess what? The people never find out about the group starts, and then, you know, you're stuck. Also, you know, so these are the things that I post on social media. I post recipes. I post before and after photos of my challengers, my own, my coach friends, whoever. Share positive things about you. Like, for example, the other day I posted I went to a wedding and I kind of did a selfie with my makeup. Do you know that I got almost 200 likes on that picture? So people they're on social media because they want to feel connected. They want to know. They don't want a Beachbody robot. They want to know what Carolina's up to and her amazing baking. This girl can make some cake, boy. Let me tell you. You know, so she posts recipes about that, and, you know, Patricia with her clean eating things that she posts, and, you know, everybody has something different to offer, you know, so people want to know what Carolina's about, what Sarah's about, what you ladies is about. That's what they want to know. Beachbody is just the thing that you do, not who you are. So think about that when you're posting. It can't be all Beachbody. If you're posting 5 times per day, only one of those posts should be Beachbody related. If not, people are gonna get annoyed. They're not gonna even look at your page. They'll unfriend you. Okay, like, post about things you like. Like, I love makeup, you know, hair products that are working for you, you know, a good movie, if you've seen a good movie, or a restaurant that you like. You know, people want to know what you're up to. So it's very important that, you know, you share. Think about it. Why did you become a coach? Because somebody else told you about it, right? You didn't see a commercial. You didn't do none of that. So relationships, that's what social media is there for. Okay, and then show up every day. 80% of your success is just showing up. And a lot of people, they don't even do that, so that's why they fail. Showing up is 80%, the other 20, applying what you learn through the coach trainings, through, you know, the team calls. And every time that we get on these calls, there is an increase in what my coaches are doing. Why? Because they're able to ask questions, they're able to plug in, and they know, you know, the success that the team is having, so they want to be successful as well. Okay, then follow the social media map. If you don't know what that is, if you go under the files, you would find the social media map. And if, Patricia, can you do me a favor and can you make a note about it so it pops up on our news feed in the group? So basically, it just gives you ideas of what you need to be posting every day. Let me tell you, I'm a stay-at-home mom. I don't have a job outside of Beachbody. I homeschool my kids. So really, I don't get out like on a daily like that to meet people. I have built my business 100% social media.
Snoopy. Oh. Sorry, guys.
It's okay. Okay, so I built my team 100% social media. And hold on a second, let me mute. Okay, so that's to tell you, if you're consistent in what you post, you're adding value, you're sharing what you're up to, you're inviting to your groups, these people are watching. They're watching you. And if they see that you're committed to helping people lose weight, they're committed to helping people find financial freedom, they're going to be watching you like a hawk. So do not miss your opportunity, because we're posting one day and then you can't find the person for a week. You know, we have to remain consistent. Consistency is the driving force of your business. Consistency is what's going to say how big your team gets in the long run, how much your income grows, and all of that. You know, so it's very important that, you know, we do this on a daily basis. And okay, so think about where your job is right now, for you guys that have a job, how long will you have to work there to ever find freedom? Probably till the day you retire, and then still you're not gonna make enough money. So this is how important this is. Like, guys, I'm telling you, it's okay to be scared. It's okay to be nervous. It's okay to be overwhelmed. I felt like this in the beginning, but now I thank God that I did not quit, because all these amazing things, I've met some of the most amazing people because of being a coach. People that I've coached, other coaches. It's so amazing to be part of like this huge big family that everybody like really loves each other and is super positive. You know, it's amazing that I have taken the burden off of my husband to have to work like a slave, because now he doesn't have to do that. You know, because I bring in more income now than I did when I worked 40 hours. You know, so it's things like that that give us freedom. You know, every time I have to go out of town for something, my husband doesn't go to work. He stays home because he knows that I'm going to get paid on Thursday, you know? So it's that freedom that you're not a slave to the job, and you be diligent at your job until you build your business and you're able to leave, you know? So let's see. Does anybody have any questions so far regarding what I've said? Because at the end, I'm going to open up the floor. Somebody raising their hand? Okay. All right. So you can work this business and be successful working 1 hour a day. I mean laser focused for 1 hour. And it's called the power hour. So what do I do on my power hour? First of all, I wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning. It's just my personal choice. I'm not asking you guys to, but I'm telling you that me waking up early has set the tone for my business, because I don't have my kids. You see Liam, he interrupted me like 5,000 times. I don't have that problem at 5 o'clock in the morning. You know, I'm just there. The first thing I do, and I have a Google Calendar that I put. So 5:30 to 6, personal development, because I need to get my mind right before I start to work. Okay, then 6 to 6:30, and obviously I work longer hours because I have a humongous team. But you guys can put like 15 minutes of 15 minutes of personal development, 15 minutes of inviting, 15 minutes of following up, 15 minutes of, posting in your challenge groups or whatever. And you do that, and that's how you get out the core activities. And obviously you work out, you share your journey and all of that. But with 1 hour, 1.5 hours a day, you can build a 6-figure income. Obviously, like I said, I work longer hours because I have to train coaches. I got a lot of other things that I do, but this to me does not feel like work. I have fun. I have so much fun with what I do. It's amazing. And I feel so blessed that I am able to do this. Not even 2 weeks ago, I was in Orlando with my coach at a Danny Johnson event, and we had a blast, and it was so awesome. We went indoor skydiving. Like, that's work. That's work for me. So I want to get you guys to that mindset that, yes, in the beginning, it's a lot of info, it's a lot of training, but once you get over that first month, if you remain consistent, guaranteed you will find the success you're looking for by applying what you're learning. So we need to get, number one, the belief that you can do this, because let me tell you, I'm no one special. I didn't have an outreach on Facebook. I barely had any friends. And really, all that I did was inspire people to want to be more, and I'm so grateful for that, because I talk to people that really, they're like depressed and they're just angry at life, and to be that voice, to be that guiding light, to really speak life into them and help them and believe in them and push them, that is something I don't take lightly. And it's been an amazing ride. It's provided freedom for my family, and it's provided freedom for the people that I've coached, and also the coaches on this team, that I work in the business. Let's see. So the trainings are there. The mentorship is there. The support is there. The only difference is the coach. So the ones that don't make it are the ones that really, they didn't do what they were supposed to do. Because let me tell you, I have friends that make $45,000 a week, friends that make $5,000 a week, friends that make $12,000 a week. It just depends how hungry you are and how much belief you have that this is what you're gonna do. There's this thing by Tony Robbins that I always say, in order to take the island, you gotta burn the boat. And when I signed up as a coach, I burned that boat. I'm like, I'm taking this island. I don't care. I'm never going back to work. This is gonna work. And let me tell you, I've had days where I've cried, days where I've laughed, days where I threw fits to the point that my husband's like, babe, let me take you out to eat because you need to like calm down. And it's just the entrepreneur roller coaster. It's going to happen, you know, because building a business that is going to provide freedom for your entire family is not easy in the beginning, you know. So, but if you remain consistent, little by little, the compound effect takes place. And now I have people that, you know, they come to me, they're like, hey, I see you're a coach, this and that. And it's because I've remained consistent. So, you know, these daily activities that I spoke to you guys about, they're easy to do, but they're super easy not to do. And that's why people, you know, they get distracted with other things. They leave it for tomorrow, and then tomorrow, and then tomorrow. And the decisions you make today will shape your destiny. You know, I never dreamed of 2 years ago when Stacy told me about this opportunity that I was going to be where I am today. Never, never, ever. I was like, my husband told me, babe, if you could just make $50 a week, that would help us. I'm like, oh, I could make $50 a week. And now, after all of this, I'm just like, man, you know, this is amazing. This is amazing. I've gotten to have a private workout with Autumn Calabrese. You know, Beachbody flew me out to California. They paid for my hotel. And it's just so amazing to be rewarded for helping people. And that's really what we do. Take the whole, I need to sell out of your head, and just remember there's another person on the other side of the computer, and they just want you to be there for them. If you love on them, you listen to them, and you help them, the money will follow. So, anybody have anything to say? Questions, comments, anything? Nobody? I must have done really well then. Hold on. Let me see here. Give me a second. I'm trying to unmute someone. Hey, Coach.
Hey.
This is my coach, Stacy, the one that brought me in as a coach. Can you share like 2 minutes of what your you know, what Beachbody has done for you?
Yeah. Can everybody hear me?
Yep.
Okay, good. I'm in an airport. I'm in Orlando, Florida, because the weather's really, really bad in Texas. So I've been stuck here for 24 hours. But yeah, you know, one of the biggest blessings about this business is, you know, when I first got in, you know, the job market is, and, you know, the corporate jobs out there are just not real secure. And there's a lot of people in corporate jobs that, you know, they don't know if they're going to have a job next week or a month from now or 6 months from now or whatever. So, you know, I will say that was a motivation for me to build this business. And I didn't want to have to go deliver pizzas part-time, you know. I didn't want to have to go work a part-time job somewhere. So, and I did want to lose weight. So, you know, all I can say is, you know, my experience was absolutely amazing. Probably within, you know, the first 30 days of coaching, I went emerald and started making some income really, really quickly. So that gave me a lot of hope. And then I didn't know anybody too. So I didn't know anybody in Houston, Texas. I basically met everybody on social media. The majority of my team came from both Twitter and Facebook. I already had kind of like a Twitter following. So really it's all about just meeting people, talking to people, having conversations with people. My coach reached out to me out of nowhere, and she just asked me a couple questions and started building a friendship with me. And so that's really what it's all about.
Christina?
Yeah, that's really what it's all about, is just building friendships with people. And you know, she was a stay-at-home mom with 3 little kids, and she had washboard abs. You know, so she's the product of the product. So she did everything right. And I got to stalk her a little bit, look at her Facebook pictures, and go, man, she must be really doing the program and really drinking the shake. So you know what? All I needed is she was a good example. She was a leader by example. And that's really what it's all about. So I started doing the workouts. I started drinking my Shakeology every day. My belief grew and grew every single day. And today, I'm literally in a position where I am very, very close to retiring from my corporate job and replacing my income, and then watching my income grow, being a full-time Team Beachbody coach, working 20 hours a week versus working 60 hours a week. So I highly, highly recommend it. Guys, if you need to pay off some debts, if you just, you know, need a way to just enhance your quality of life, enhance the way you feel, help you feel better, help you sleep better, be surrounded by the most positive-minded, business-minded people, I'm telling you, man, this is the greatest opportunity that's ever come into my life. Sorry if it's too loud here at the airport. It is kind of crazy here in Orlando, Florida, but, you know, everybody's all got their Mickey Mouse hats on and stuff like that. And a bunch of high school kids running around with, you know, big smiles. But anyways, I just want you to know there's people. Here, I'll just tell you this, and pretty much, and I was wearing my P90X t-shirt at the pool the other day at the Hyatt, and this guy started talking to me, and he wanted to know if I had done the program. And I'm just telling you, we've got a great brand. We've got great brand recognition. People love talking about our programs. I was wearing my Insanity shirt the other night here at the airport, and people were asking me about Insanity. So we've got the brand, we got the recognition, we've got everything that we need. We got all the tools. All we have to do is share. All we have to do is open our mouth and talk to people and to share what it means to you. Share what it's done for you. How has it made you feel? How much weight? Even if you've lost 4 or 5 pounds, people can relate to that. People can relate to that big time, because, you know, you tell people you lose 80 pounds. I mean, that's kind of like this big lofty goal way out in the future. But if you just, you know, if your journey has been, you know, 5 pounds, 10 pounds, 15 pounds, 20 pounds, I'm telling you, people will be attracted to you and your story. Your story is so important. It's just be yourself, live your life, weave in Beachbody into your life, you know, drink your Shakeology, do your workouts, and then just talk to people. Just invite, make a bunch of friends. And I'm telling you, you're going to attract a whole bunch of people that want to know what you're doing. And that this thing just organically grows like crazy. Today I have like 510 coaches on my team. People are blown away. I was sharing with the lady from Danny Johnson at Creating a Dynasty. She asking me how much I was making a week in her job. She was blown away because she's been a coach for a long time, but she hasn't been building a business. So she was blown away that people can make that much in Team Beachbody. And I'm just getting started. I'm a baby in this thing. You know, I am just getting started. So this opportunity is there for each and every one of you. Just make sure that you just focus on, like Rosa said, 15 minutes at least of personal development every single day, something to get you fired up, get you motivated, get your mind right, because that's so important. You just consider this. We are bombarded every single day by 98% mentality out there. It's all media related. It's all negativity in the news. It's all, you know, it's not real positive information. So can you imagine what it'd be like if you started feeding your mind with good, positive, personal development information every single day, get your mindset right, and start believing what you want out of this business, and believe in and work this business with intentionality. I've been hearing this a lot from superstar coaches. If you work every day with intentionality that you are going to succeed, that you are going to do whatever it takes, that you are going to, you know, make friends with 5 new people every day, and invite 2 to 3 people a week to the coaching opportunity, whatever your intentional actions are, just do it with intentionality, do it with belief, do it with faith. And I promise you, you'll look at your life a year from now and you won't be able to recognize your life if you're doing these things. The key is you got to do these things. It's all about the. So how is that, Rosa? Is that good?
Yeah. That was great. Okay, so we have a team calendar. If you guys don't know, it's in the files on in the Girl Boss group. So if you want to know when we're having things like the clean eating challenge, the challenge group, the coach sneak peeks, look at the calendar, save it so you know when you need to invite to certain things. We do everything as a team because we don't want to put a burden on just one person doing one thing. We all do it together. That way, if you're at work, I'm posting for you, or Sarah's posting for you, or Carolina, or whoever. You know, we do everything as a team. We share the work, and it's, you know, it's better like that. So, I mean, this team has grown crazy in the past couple months, and I'm just so proud of every one of you. You know, you guys just chase your dreams. Chase your dreams because, like I said, I never thought 2 years ago that my life would change this dramatically in 2 years. I didn't think so. But I had that belief, and I'm like, man, I'm going to ride this thing till the wheels fall off. And that's what I intend to do, you know? So, does anybody have anything to share before I close the call? Any questions? Patricia, you have anything? Unmute yourself. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, and listening to you, listening to Stacy, and just the fact that we have so many new coaches on the team. You know, when you're going through the level 2 training, which is, basically just starting out, and as you're trying to focus on the, the main things that you need to be focusing on right now, I know that it's hard to kind of figure out who you are as a coach. It's hard to figure out that social media and what you should be putting out there. We did give you that kind of guideline to guide you, which I hope is helpful. But, what Stacy said is so important. Like, your story is very powerful. Like your story is basically the most important asset that you have as a coach. And so, when you think about your story, like a lot of people say, well, I don't have a story, or I'm just a regular person. There's nothing really significant that I need to share. But, that's not true. We all have a story that's going to connect with people out there, with a certain type of person out there. So you need to figure out what that personal story is that you want to share. Think about who you are, think about your background, as you were growing up, whatever, think about your background and something that you don't like about it, and when you figure out those things that you don't like about your story and about your background, find a way to share that on your social media, and share it in a way that obviously is positive and encouraging, because you need to share not just, the struggles that you've had, but the key there is to share how Beachbody has changed that for you. And once you figure out how to do that on social media, you're going to be golden, because that's what puts you on track to connect with your niche market. Okay, so really think about that. And I know in the beginning, it's really not, you may not feel comfortable sharing personal things about your life, and that's okay. But then I ask you to go back to personal development, because if you're not willing to share those things, then there are some unresolved things that need to be addressed. And the only way to address them is to take initiative, take action, say, you know what, I need to do something about this. Go back to personal development and find the personal development that's going to help you, because that's different for everyone. We all have different skills that we need to learn. And so if you're not comfortable sharing that story, go back to personal development until you get to that point where you're able to open up to people on social media. And it's really gonna change. It's gonna change your business. It really is. That's all I wanted to say.
Yeah, and you know what? Share your shortcomings, and I'll just give you guys the perfect example. About, I want to say 2 months ago, I fell off my fitness wagon. Man, I wasn't working out. I wasn't doing nothing because my son got sick. I got sick. Then I went out of town. And I just shared on social media that I had fallen off the wagon. Oh, that was like everybody all of a sudden started messaging me. People that I've been talking to about challenge groups that they didn't pull the trigger, they were like, because I now became relatable. Oh man, even Rosa, she's a coach. And Hold on. My laptop's about to die. Even Rosa, she's a coach, and look, she fell off the wagon. Well, I could relate with her because I'm not a perfect person, you know? So be relatable. If you had a cheat, you did whatever, just share that. People appreciate honesty. They appreciate all that stuff. So, you know, I wanted to go around and we'll do this and we'll close. Let me just grab my charger real quick, but I'll have Patricia go first. I want you to share with the group the reason why you became a coach, because we're all going to keep you accountable and help you to hit your goal, because this is about what you want out of coaching, not what I want, not what Stacy wants, not what Patricia wants. This is about helping you to get to where you want to be. So, because obviously there's some people that are more aggressive than others when it comes to their goals. Like me, I grab the bull by the horns and I'm like, I'm taking this island, you know? But there's some people that are not like that. So in order for us to help you on your unique journey, we're gonna go and Patricia's gonna start and then Carolina, and we're gonna just share an emotional why. I don't wanna hear, I wanna make money, because if money was a motivator, everyone would have it. So Patricia, can you share your emotional why? 2 minutes each, because then we gotta go. Go ahead.
It's going to take me like 30 minutes.
No, 2 minutes. Condense that junk.
Okay, so I'll make it really brief. I became a coach at a point in my life that was very hard. My husband and I were going through a lot of issues, and we ended up separating. So we separated for 6 months. And that was probably one of the hardest things I've ever had to go through, because this is the man that I love. You know, we have 2 kids together. Things were not working out. We separated, and I went into like a downhill depression. And my life saver was my fitness. You know, that's always something that I've been able to fall back on. And so in the middle of that depression, I dusted off my P90X and I said, you know what? I'm going to get back to working out. I love this program. I've never finished it. I would always do about 30 days and then drop it. And I said, you know what? I'm going to do it. I started doing it. I found a group on Facebook by chance. I just kind of started searching to see who was doing P90X, and I found a group. I got invited in, and that's how I got invited to coaching. And I gave it a try. You know, at first I said no, and after a couple of months I decided to join, and it really started to impact my life in a big way. It brought me out of that depression. It made me just kind of, you know, think a lot about where I was in my life and the things that I needed to change about myself and my relationship in order to be happier. Again, this transformation on the outside and on the inside. And it's just been giving me more and more and more positive things to the point where I'm addicted. I know that this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. It's like, you know, I found my true passion in life. I believe in this business 100%. I know people personally whose lives have been completely transformed with coaching. And I want the same for myself. You know, I want it for me as a person. I want to feel that, you know, that success. I want my family. I want my husband and my kids to be proud of me. I want to be able to provide for them. And that's basically it.
Okay, but what's your why you're not gonna quit?
I'm not going to quit because I deserve what coaching has to offer. I deserve to have that in my life. For a long time, I never thought that I deserved certain things in life. You know, that success and that happiness and all of that was for other people. You know, it wasn't for me. And now I believe that it is for me, and I want it, and I'm claiming it, and I'm going to get it. That's basically it.
All right, awesome. What about you, Caro? Hold on, let me unmute you. Can you unmute yourself, Carolina?
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry, I don't know if you did it. It's okay. I get so emotional with Patricia. I'm about to cry if I start talking. Oh my goodness. Well, my why, pretty much comes down to I started working very young in corporate America. I've been there for 9 years, and it hasn't bring anything to me. It hasn't, you know, I don't see myself there anymore. I am tired of the 8 to 5. I want to be a mom, a stay-at-home mom. I don't have kids right now, but I want to be a stay-at-home mom, and I can be part of it is my husband is doing grad school. I'm still in school too, but the main thing is I know that if I don't want to put more burden on my husband and when we have kids, and if I can make what I'm making right now with coaching, and I will be even doing more in a year from now. My goal is in a year from now, hopefully, to plan for a baby. But that's it. This is my way out. If I want to be a stay-at-home mom and own my own business, this for me is it. I love the fact that it's not just the financial aspect of this, because that comes after helping so many people. It's so rewarding to see that what you actually do when you help people, it changes you and it changes them. You know, I love that Beachbody is all about ending the trend of obesity, and that is something that has inspired me even on my own journey. I'm still working at it, you know, and I want to inspire others. And for me, the why not quitting is because I have never seen in something that I've done for so little, because at the end of the day, I've only been for five months around there. And
You're breaking up.
that I don't know, that I don't see myself going back. I'm gonna be a diamond soon.
Get
And
it. Get
that's just the
it.
beginning. I'm done.
Oh, okay. Good. Yeah, she will be diamond in the next week or so. What about you, Emily? Why did you become a coach? 2 minutes, because if not, we're gonna be here forever. 2 minutes. Why you became a coach? What is that emotional reason why, and why you're gonna make this work?
2 minutes. Let me sum it up. I am a single mom of 2, and I'm working long, crazy hours and not making enough money to provide what I need to for my family. I mean, I make enough to make ends meet. And I've always been on a journey to get fit, and I started off with Insanity, but I really didn't have a coach that was, you know, pushing me to finish it, or I didn't have that support, so I kind of fell off the wagon. And now it just got to the point that I couldn't even look at myself in the mirror because I wasn't happy with what I was seeing. So something just clicked in my head and told me, you know, you need to get fit for your kids, you need to be healthy. And you know, the coaching opportunity came about on that Super Saturday that I attended. I didn't know that this business could be of this kind of magnitude, you know, financially for others. And I just gave myself the opportunity. I'm like, why not? What do I have to lose? So right now I'm at a point that I'm just barely a month into it, and I am hungry. I want to make this work. Like I told you in our first meeting, I'm like, this is do or die for me. So,
And that's where you'll be successful. When you set yourself like that, forget it. That's how I was. I'm like, this is gonna work no matter what. No matter if I have to cry, throw fits,
I've been already.
Take me out to eat, whatever has to happen.
I had my first no and I cried so much.
I'm telling you. What about you, Sarah?
There we go. My why is I've started, you know, the fitness journey, I don't know, probably like a little over a month ago now, and was seeing great results where all my life, like anytime I've tried, I never, you know, like I would lose a few pounds here or there, but it never like stuck. And I was so impressed with the Beachbody program that I wanted to help others. And then kind of around the time I actually made the decision to be a coach, my husband and I, we just found out that I'm pregnant.
Congrats.
And
Yay.
yeah. So, and we had always talked about, you know, when we start to have a family, then I'm going to be a stay-at-home mom. And right now, my job has been just to kind of help make ends meet. And if I quit this job, then, you know, we're going to be a little tight financially. We can do it, but it would be nice to have a little extra income. And so, you know, because I know we're going to homeschool our kids, you know, like you do. And, you know, like right now, we've only been married for 5 months now. And so, like, we just right now, we can't. My grandparents and like aunts and uncles and stuff, where right now it's going to be like a once in a while thing because we're in Texas and both of our families are up in like Minnesota, Wisconsin, and I don't want my kids to not know, you know, who their family is.
Okay. So what you have to do,
I have to work hard.
girl, and you gotta burn the boat.
Yeah.
Once you burn that boat, you make the decision, I can, I will, and I must, no matter what. No matter what. I have a lot of friends who are pregnant coaches, and let me tell you, other pregnant people come out of the woodwork because they want to be coached by somebody that's pregnant. I mean, that you can make it happen, and make a goal that by the time your baby's born, that you're going to have replaced your income. It's more than doable, but you have to apply the things that we spoke about in this call, that you will do these things no matter what, you know. Because like if you want to homeschool your kids, think about everything that you need to do in order to make that happen, and we're going to help you. We're going to hold you accountable. We're going to help you to meet those goals. What about, let's see who's next. My beautiful gorgeous redhead. Look at her face. She's like, oh my gosh. Katie.
Yes.
All right, girl. 2-minute version.
Okay. I want to be a coach because I need to pay off credit cards. I need to move out of my mom's house and buy my own house. I want to do this for my daughter. I need to show her that I can be dependent and that we can have a life where it's just me and her, not depending upon family all the time, 100%. So, what else? I had stuff written down. Yeah, for my daughter, and I'm gonna make it work because I'm gonna just do it and follow my lovely, wonderful coach Rosa and use her tool, continue to work hard and be an example and lead others.
Awesome. All right. Who is this? Christina. Oh, I think she's driving though. I don't want her getting in an accident. Chelsea. She's like, oh, snap. It's nice to meet you, girl. Our
Hi.
newest member of Girl Boss Fitness.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, sorry. Tuned in late. I was doing yoga. Sorry.
Okay.
I really literally just became a coach over the weekend, so I'm like brand new. Carol is doing a really good job at like teaching me, mentoring me, and like showing me, you know, what it's really all about. We actually went to dinner on Friday night, and that's when she kind of like, it wasn't like a slap in the face, but it was like oh man, like this could be something really cool. I'm young, I'm not married, but I cohabitate with my boyfriend. It would be really good to eventually grow with Beachbody and like make this, because I'm kind of starting my life now. So if I start it now the right way, you know, I don't have to look back and be like, oh crap, like what was I doing for the past 10 years?
Mhm.
Plus, the physical like aspect of it is great. I think if I have other people relying on me and I'm like I start my own team, that gives me motivation not to fall off the bandwagon because you got to keep going. So
Yes.
that's all.
Awesome. Okay, Jillian.
Okay, I unmuted myself. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
As I'm walking away from my 3 kids.
I had to lock mine up in another room, girl.
I'm locking myself up right now. Okay, so besides my 3 little angels, who I will eventually have to put through college, my why is I've had 3 family members pass away in the last year. 2 because they were old and lived a wonderful life, and 1 who was fit beyond belief and would do Ironmans and died of cancer. So my why is for health reasons, because if I think of any possible health problem there is out there, someone in my family has it. And I want to be around for my children. I want to be there with them every single day and to be able to experience things for them and with them. And I do well with my job during the day. I think, Patricia, I think you know this, but I'm an assistant principal during the day. So I'm around kids and I do really well with my job there. And I have people who count on me all day long. But I find myself coming home and being a mom, and I lose myself in that. Like I lose myself in my job and being a mom and not who I am as a person. I used to be a collegiate athlete. Like I used to do a lot of different things for myself. But once I became a mom, I lost myself. So for me, this is also, you know, not just for health reasons, but for me to believe in myself and to be able to do that for other people and make themselves a priority, because I, for very long, have to make myself a priority so that I can benefit others and benefit my kids and benefit my husband and benefit those around me. And people are seeing things and noticing things and asking questions. And it really is coming natural to me right now to be talking about everything and what I'm doing and what's working. So, you know, I'm seeing that. I put myself out there the other day, which I'm trying to be careful about what I put on Facebook, just because I know some of the people that work with me at work are on Facebook. And I try to hide myself because obviously I don't want any of my students finding me on Facebook. But I am finding that people who follow me, the ones that I thought would have responded to the clean eating challenge, who I know have followed me for weeks, like I got people who I had no idea that they were following me on Facebook. So it was kind of nice to see them, like you said, come out of the woodworks and say, I see what you're doing, I see what's working, so let me try. So I'm learning in that sense. You know, I'm just trying to find the time in the day to make it happen, because I want it to happen, you know, and again, making myself a priority and penciling myself in during the day to do this for me and for those around me. So
Awesome. Okay, so when is your Emerald date?
that's what I'm having a problem with right now, is that I have 2 people who signed on for challenge packs. Actually, 1 signed on while we were on this call.
Oh, nice.
Yes. And then I have another one who committed to doing Shakeology, but I'm not having people wanting to become coaches. And I'm not sure if it's just because I need to talk it up more to them, that it's, you know, I've tried to talk the discount coach part. I've tried to talk, you know, just I've tried it, you try it, you know, in the beginning, even if you want to do it as a discount coach, that's fine. I mean, I'm going to sign my husband up, but I want to, you know, like I'm working on a few other leads with some people just to try to get somebody else to sign up. And I don't want them to sign up and drop out like 2 days later. So,
yeah. Well,
you know,
first thing you need to do is sign up your husband, because look, let me tell you something. No, for real. When I signed up as a coach, and I have my coach here as a testament, The first coach I signed up was my husband. And because I did that, 2 years later, I make thousands of dollars off of his account.
Mhm.
He's not a coach. So I'm like double dipping because I did that. So you don't want your organization to get big and then all the way down here is your husband. That's not a good idea.
Yeah, I'm gonna be signing him up on Friday since it's payday.
Awesome.
But I'm working on the second one because I want to try to get a few people that I know are into fitness, you know, or that are at least trying to get themselves on the journey of becoming more fit. That I think that I could help them in getting them to become a coach. But I know for some of them it's a financial issue. So
Okay.
I'm trying to find ways that I can get them at the right time and then support them and basically walk them through it and make sure that I hold on to them because I don't want them to start and then, you know, drop out.
All right. Well, we got a coach sneak peek the third Monday of June. So start inviting to that. All you guys need to do is invite and let me recruit them. That's it. You invite, put them in the group, and I'll do the rest of the work. And I usually post like ideal private message posts that I put to invite people. So I'll do that when it gets closer to the date so you guys know exactly what to say. What about you, Christina? This is too loud. Sorry. We can't hear you. No, we cannot hear you. Let me see. And you're not muted either. No, still nothing. Can you guys hear her? No? No, it's not me then. All right, we'll come back to her. Mari, I only see the top of your head. So, what's your emotional why?
Hi.
Hi. Oh, he's so cute. You're breaking up.
So my day. So I think before I was pregnant, and my excuse was I was pregnant. I didn't want to work out because I wanted to eat everything, and I thought I could. And then I had Emilio, and then you know I Are you guys still there? Hello? Do you guys still hear me? You guys still hear me?
I didn't realize I was muted. Okay. Let's see. Oh no, I have feedback now. Juleidy. Okay, Juleidy is our Spanish coach, so I'm gonna ask her and then I'll translate. All right. Juleidy, ¿cuál fue la razón por qué tú te metiste a ser un coach?
Buenas noches a todos, coach. La razón número uno fue porque yo estaba prediabética y tenía que bajar de peso para no volverme diabética. La número dos, mi familia, mis niños. Y la otra razón es que trabajo limpiando oficinas por la noche y no tengo tiempo para estar con ellos cuando ellos regresan de la escuela. Más bien llego a la hora que ellos se van a dormir.
Okay, so she said the reason why she said hi to everybody, first of all, and then she said the reason why she became a coach is number one, because before Beachbody, she was pre-diabetic. Then she's also doing it for her children and for her husband. And she said that she works cleaning offices at night. So by the time that she gets home, her children are already sleeping. So she really doesn't get that quality time with them that she wants, which pushed her to become a coach because she wants to have that freedom to raise her kids. Christina, did you fix your thing?
I have no idea what I'm doing.
Is it me?
Yeah.
We can hear you now.
Oh, you can,
Okay.
okay. Oh gosh.
From postpartum depression, and I didn't realize it until I started working out. I felt like I found myself again. I was same body I was before I was pregnant. You know, outgoing personality and just full of life. And growing up, we never always worked, you know, I don't know, chasing our dreams or whatever. But now I feel like it's just real. And I don't want to get emotional, but I think I know I can do it. I know that it takes time. I've been a coach since August. And I just know it's possible. You just have to be consistent with it.
Okay, great. Marty, and I want to tell you that you're very inspirational. I follow your posts, okay, for real. I follow your posts. I watch you on Facebook, and I've seen how much you've grown, how much results you're getting. I see, when I look at you, I see a determined mother that is just not going to give up because you want to give a better life to your children, and I admire you for that because I know it's not easy for you to do that. Ooh, what is that? Hold on. I know it's not easy, you know, with a little baby, but you're making it happen, you know? You're making it happen, and you continue to do this. One day your son's going to watch you walk that summit stage, you know? Okay, Christina, let's give it one more shot, girl.
Can you hear me now? No? Still no? Okay. Oh, okay, you can hear me. I'm getting feedback. But anyway, I visited my family out of town, and I started out with 21 Day Fix, and I lost some weight. I could tell in my clothes, but I didn't know other people could tell. And you know, people were telling me, "Oh, what are you doing? You know, I need to know what you're doing." And I just started sharing, and I wasn't a coach at that time, and you know, that just kind of motivated me. I'm like, why not? So I signed up as a coach, and just the motivation that I've been able to give. I had someone to contact me today asking me about Shakeology and the benefits of that versus any other meal replacement, and I was able to share with her, and she's actually purchasing a challenge pack. I told her, more than anything else, the support that you get and the accountability is just awesome, and that's why I became a coach. And to make money is a benefit, so that's why. That's my why. And quitting for me is not an option because I've tried everything. I've had gym memberships, and I've tried pills and the eating plans, meal at home eating plans, and nothing has worked for me until now. And so my desire is to share with as many people as I can.
And you're gonna do it, girl. All of us have what we need in order to make this happen. We just have to harness your will and make it happen. No matter what, there's gonna be days where you're like this and crying and throwing fits and all of that. I've gone through that. you know, and I know it's probably gonna happen, but you know what? It's worth it. It's worth it that I could be here with my kids. It's worth it that my husband is no longer stressed out because he doesn't know where the mortgage is gonna come from. It's worth it to just be able to not have that stress of, oh my gosh, I have to count everything that's in my grocery cart because I don't have enough money. It's, you know, I used to get, I'm about to turn your power off letters in the mail. It was horrible. So, you know, all of those little things have really just helped me to be consistent. So I hope you guys have a great night. We had an amazing call, and I will talk to you guys soon. Alrighty? Have a great night.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, Rosa.
No
Good
problem.
night.